Part 1. Are you waking up feeling puffy, tired, or just not as sharp as you used to be? Have you noticed your urine looks darker lately or has a stronger smell than before? Do you ever feel a dull, heavy ache in your lower back, especially in the morning? If you're over 50, here's something most people never hear. Your kidneys may already be losing function silently. In fact, after the age of 50, kidney filtration drops by about 1% every single year. And the scary part, you won't feel it until nearly half of the function is already gone. But here's the part that shocks most people. The problem isn't just aging, it's what you are drinking every single day. Tonight, I'm going to rank 8 powerful drinks from least effective to the most powerful kidney-supporting drink you can start tomorrow morning. And stay with me because the number 1 drink has been shown to improve kidney filtration markers dramatically in as little as a few weeks. And chances are you already have a part of it sitting in your kitchen right now. Let's get started. Here's what most people don't understand. Your kidneys are made up of millions of tiny filters called glomeruli. Think of them like microscopic strainers. When you're young, blood flows through them smoothly. They filter waste efficiently. Everything works quietly in the background. But as we age, those tiny filters begin to shrink. The blood vessels feeding them begin to stiffen. Circulation slows down. And when circulation slows, filtration drops. Waste builds up. Fluid retention increases. Blood pressure rises. Now, most doctors will tell you, just drink more water. And yes, hydration matters, but water alone does not fix poor microcirculation. It does not reopen narrowed blood vessels. It does not increase nitric oxide, the compound that keeps those vessels relaxed and open. And that is the real issue. Reduced nitric oxide. When nitric oxide drops, blood flow to the kidneys decreases. And when blood flow decreases, your filtration power drops with it. But here's the good news. This decline is not always permanent. Certain natural compounds found in very specific drinks can help boost nitric oxide, improve circulation, and support those tiny filters before permanent damage sets in. So, let's count them down. Starting with number 8, we're ranking these from the least effective to the most powerful. Some of these will gently support your kidneys, but the top few, they work on circulation directly, and number 1 is in a completely different category. Let's begin. 8. Chicory root coffee. Now, this one surprises people because it doesn't work directly on the kidneys. It works on the gut. Here's why that matters. When your gut bacteria are unhealthy, they produce compounds that eventually become uremic toxins. Those toxins have to be filtered by your kidneys. The harder your kidneys work, the faster they fatigue. Chicory root contains something called inulin. Inulin is a prebiotic fiber. It feeds beneficial gut bacteria, and when those bacteria improve, toxin production decreases. Less toxin load means less strain on the kidneys. There have been studies showing modest reductions in uric waste markers with improved gut health. But here's the limitation. This is a slow effect. It supports kidney workload indirectly. It does not dramatically increase filtration. It does not rapidly improve circulation. It's helpful, but it's mild. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give chicory root coffee a 2 out of 10 for kidney filtration improvement. Good support, not powerful enough. And the next drink works more directly. 7. Cucumber mint water. Now, at first glance, this one sounds simple, maybe even too simple. But don't underestimate what proper hydration can do when it's done correctly. Here's the problem. Most people think they're hydrated, But as we age, our thirst signal weakens. We drink less without realizing it. And when hydration drops, blood becomes slightly thicker. Circulation slows, and your kidneys have to work harder to filter waste from a more concentrated bloodstream. Cucumber helps in a gentle way. It's naturally high in water content. But more importantly, it contains small amounts of silica and antioxidants that support the lining of blood vessels. That lining is critical because when blood vessels are irritated or inflamed, they stiffen. And stiff vessels mean reduced blood flow to the kidneys. Mint adds another subtle benefit. It can help relax smooth muscle tissue. That includes the tiny vessels that feed your kidneys. Now, let me be clear. This is not a miracle drink. It does not dramatically increase filtration overnight. It works gradually, very gradually. Some reviews show hydration-based improvements in kidney function markers when maintained consistently over time. But here's the limitation. You would need to drink it regularly daily and in adequate amounts. And if you're on certain medications, especially potassium-sparing drugs, you need to be cautious with high fluid intake. This drink supports hydration. It lightly supports circulation, but it does not directly boost nitric oxide levels in a meaningful way. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give cucumber mint water a 3 out of 10. Helpful, gentle, better than soda or sugary drinks. But the next drink begins to address inflammation more directly, and that's where things start to get interesting. 6. Blueberry lemon water. Now, this is where we begin to move beyond simple hydration. This drink starts working on inflammation, and inflammation is one of the silent accelerators of kidney decline. Here's what happens inside your kidneys. Those tiny filters we talked about, the glomeruli, are extremely sensitive. When inflammation increases, they become irritated, swollen, less efficient, and over time that irritation can lead to micro-scarring. Blueberries contain powerful compounds called anthocyanins. These are the deep blue and purple pigments you see in the skin. Anthocyanins are potent antioxidants. They help reduce oxidative stress, the cellular rusting process that damages delicate kidney tissue. Some research has shown reductions in inflammatory markers by nearly 15 to 20% when anthocyanin intake increases consistently. That's significant. Now, let's add lemon. Lemon provides citrate. Citrate helps prevent the formation of kidney stones by binding with calcium in the urine. Less crystal formation means less irritation inside the kidney. So, this drink works on 2 levels. First, it helps calm inflammation. Second, it helps reduce stone formation risk. But here's the limitation. Blueberries naturally contain sugar. Even though it's natural sugar, too much can spike blood glucose, especially if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic. And elevated blood sugar over time damages the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys. So, moderation is critical. Use a small handful of fresh or frozen berries, not juice, not sweetened blends, real berries only. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give blueberry lemon water a 4 out of 10. Now we're starting to see real biological effects, but the next drink works faster, and it targets toxin buildup more directly. 5. Acacia fiber water. Now, this one surprises a lot of people because, again, it doesn't work directly on the kidneys. It works in the gut. But this time, the impact is stronger. Here's why. When your kidneys begin to lose efficiency, certain waste compounds start building up in the bloodstream. One of the most common is urea. Another group includes nitrogen-based toxins produced by gut bacteria. Normally, your kidneys filter these out easily, but when filtration slows, Those toxins linger, and the more they linger, the more strain they place on already tired kidneys. Acacia fiber is a soluble fiber. When mixed in water, it forms a gentle, gel-like consistency in the digestive tract. That gel binds to certain waste compounds in the gut. Instead of those compounds entering your bloodstream, they get carried out through the stool. Less toxin absorption means less filtration demand on the kidneys. Some analyses have shown noticeable reductions in blood urea nitrogen levels when soluble fiber intake increases consistently. And here's the interesting part. Unlike some of the previous drinks, this one can start showing digestive improvements within 48 to 72 hours. Less bloating, more regular bowel movements, and indirectly reduced toxin load. But there's a catch. If you take too much too quickly, you may experience gas or mild cramping. So, start small. Half a teaspoon in water. Increase gradually, and always drink extra water alongside it. This is not a nitric oxide booster. It doesn't dramatically improve blood flow, but it significantly reduces workload. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give Acacia fiber water a 6 out of 10. Now we're entering the range of meaningful support. But the next drink, it finally starts working directly on kidney blood flow. And that's where real change begins. Part 2.4. Watermelon ginger juice. Now, this is where things start to change more noticeably, because this drink doesn't just reduce workload, it improves circulation. And circulation is everything when it comes to kidney function. Here's why. Watermelon contains a natural compound called L-citrulline. Inside your body, L-citrulline converts into L-arginine, and L-arginine converts into nitric oxide. Remember what we talked about earlier? Nitric oxide relaxes and widens blood vessels. When blood vessels widen, blood flows more freely, and when blood flows more freely to the kidneys, filtration improves. This is not theory. Studies on L-citrulline show measurable improvements in vascular dilation and blood flow. Better circulation means those tiny glomeruli receive more oxygen and nutrients, and when they receive better circulation, they filter more efficiently. Now, let's add ginger. Ginger is not just for digestion. It has strong anti-inflammatory properties. It helps reduce oxidative stress, and it supports overall vascular health. So, this drink works on two fronts. First, it increases nitric oxide production. Second, it reduces inflammation. Some people notice reduced puffiness or lighter colored urine within 48 hours when hydration and circulation improve together. But there is something important to mention. Watermelon is naturally high in potassium. If you have advanced kidney disease or you're on potassium-sparing medications, you must speak with your doctor first. Moderation is key. Use fresh watermelon. No added sugar. Blend it lightly. Add a small amount of freshly grated ginger. Simple, clean, effective. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give watermelon ginger juice an 8 out of 10. Now we're in serious territory, but the next drink does something even more protective. It shields the filters themselves, and that's where things get even more interesting. 3. Parsley Lemon Ginger Tonic. Now, this drink does something different. The previous one improved blood flow. This one focuses on protecting the filters themselves. And that's critical because improving circulation is powerful, but protecting delicate kidney tissue from oxidative damage. That's long-term preservation. Here's how it works. Parsley contains a natural compound called apigenin. Apigenin helps reduce oxidative stress inside cells, and oxidative stress is one of the main drivers of glomerular damage. When oxidative stress increases, those tiny filters begin to stiffen. Scar tissue can slowly develop. Filtration declines gradually. Apigenin helps calm that internal stress response. It acts almost like a shield. Now add lemon. Again, we get citrate support, stone prevention, less internal irritation. And then ginger returns, not for flavor alone, but for its anti-inflammatory effects. Together, this tonic works on 3 levels. It protects, it reduces inflammation, and it supports gentle detoxification. Traditionally, parsley has been used as a mild diuretic. That means it helps encourage fluid movement, but not aggressively, just enough to reduce stagnation. Now, here's the caution. Parsley is high in vitamin K. If you are on blood thinners, especially warfarin-type medications, you must speak to your doctor first. Consistency matters more than quantity. Use fresh parsley, a small handful. Blend with warm water, lemon juice, and a touch of fresh ginger. Keep it simple. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give parsley, lemon, ginger, tonic an 8.5 out of 10. Very protective, very supportive. But the next drink combines multiple systems at once, and that's where we begin to see even stronger, measurable changes. 2. Nettle dandelion turmeric tea. Now, this is where multiple systems begin working together at once, because kidney health is never just about filtration. It's about inflammation, circulation, and toxin processing. Let's break this down carefully. First, nettle leaf. Nettle has been traditionally used as a gentle diuretic, but unlike harsh diuretics, it supports fluid movement without severely depleting electrolytes when used properly. It also contains anti-inflammatory compounds that help calm irritated tissue. Next, dandelion root. Most people think of dandelion as a weed, but the root supports liver function and bile flow. Why does that matter? Because when your liver processes toxins efficiently, your kidneys don't have to carry the entire burden alone. Less systemic toxin load means less filtration strain. Now add turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin. Curcumin is one of the most researched anti-inflammatory compounds in the world. It helps reduce inflammatory signaling pathways, and inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of progressive kidney decline. When you combine these 3, you get a synergistic effect. Reduced inflammation, improved fluid balance, lower overall stress on kidney tissue. Some trials have shown improvements in inflammatory markers and stabilization of filtration indicators when anti-inflammatory support is consistent. But here's something important. Turmeric alone is poorly absorbed. You must add a small pinch of black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine. That dramatically improves absorption. Without it, you lose much of the benefit. Brew this tea gently. Let it steep for at least 10 minutes. Drink it consistently, not once, not twice, but regularly. Now, a caution. If you are on blood pressure medication, blood thinners, or diuretics, always consult your doctor first because this combination can enhance certain effects. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give nettle, dandelion, and turmeric tea a strong 9 out of 10. Very powerful. But the number 1 drink, it works faster. It works deeper, and it directly boosts nitric oxide in a way the others cannot. And this is the one most people overlook. 1. Hibiscus Beet Lemon Tonic. This is the king of kidney-supporting drinks because unlike the others, this one works on circulation, inflammation, and filtration all at the same time. Let's start with beet. Beets are naturally high in dietary nitrates. When you consume nitrates, Friendly bacteria in your mouth convert them into nitrites. Then inside your body, those nitrites convert into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is the key. It relaxes blood vessels. It widens them. It increases blood flow directly to the kidneys. When blood flow improves, those tiny glomeruli receive more oxygen, more nutrients, and filtration efficiency increases. Now add hibiscus. Hibiscus is rich in anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress inside blood vessels. It helps calm inflammation. It supports vascular elasticity. Some studies have shown measurable improvements in blood pressure and vascular function with consistent hibiscus intake. Now, lemon. Lemon adds citrate. Citrate helps reduce stone formation and supports urinary balance. So, this tonic works in 3 powerful ways. It boosts nitric oxide, it reduces inflammation, and it supports cleaner filtration. Some individuals notice clearer urine and reduced swelling within days when nitric oxide improves. But consistency is critical. Drink it in the morning on an empty stomach. Wait at least 30 minutes before eating. This allows optimal nitrate conversion. And here's something important. Avoid antibacterial mouthwash before drinking it. Those mouth bacteria are necessary for nitrate conversion. Without them, you block the process. Now, a caution. If you are on blood pressure medication, this drink may enhance its effect. So, monitor carefully and speak with your doctor. On a scale of 1 to 10, this earns a solid 10 out of 10. If you're going to choose just one, start here. But before you leave, there's one small adjustment that can dramatically increase your results, and most people completely ignore it. Now that you know the ranking, here's how to actually use this information. Because timing matters, consistency matters, and small mistakes can reduce the results dramatically. If you're starting with the number 1 drink, the hibiscus beet lemon tonic, drink it first thing in the morning. Empty stomach, no food 30 minutes before, no food 30 minutes after. Why? Because dietary nitrates convert best when digestion is not competing with heavy meals. And here's something most people completely overlook. Do not use antibacterial mouthwash before drinking it. Those bad bacteria in your mouth, they're actually necessary. They convert nitrates into nitrites. Without them, nitric oxide production drops. You block the very mechanism that makes this drink powerful. Now, let's talk about timeline. If you're consistent, here's what many people notice. Within 3 days, urine may appear clearer. Within 1 week, reduced swelling in ankles or fingers. Within 2 weeks, improved energy and lighter mornings. Within 1 month, noticeable improvement in lab markers for some individuals. This is not magic, it's physiology. And here's the surprising part. The ingredients cost less than most supplements, often under $7 per month if prepared at home. No expensive powders required, just consistency. Now, before you go, there's one more small adjustment that can dramatically increase your results. And most people skip this. I call it the 30-day kidney reset rule. For the next 30 days, drink the tonic at the same time every morning. Track 3 simple things: your morning energy, ankle or finger swelling, urine color. Write it down. Because when you measure something, you stay consistent. Second, avoid heavy meals immediately before or after the drink. Let it work without interference. And finally, never stop prescribed medications without speaking to your doctor. These drinks support your kidneys. They do not replace medical supervision. Consistency plus awareness. That's the difference. Kidney decline is often blamed on aging, but in many cases, it's nutritional deficiency. Modern diets are low in natural nitrates, low in anthocyanins, low in protective plant compounds our grandparents consumed. Naturally, you can change that starting tomorrow morning. One simple drink, one consistent habit. If this story changed how you view the simple ingredients in your kitchen, please subscribe and like the channel. We are unearthing the health secrets that have been hidden in plain sight. Plant the seeds for your future health. The next treasure of wellness will be revealed soon.